in this video. Today we are going to discuss why is Bitcoin still crashing despite of a lot of bullish news, and we are going to talk about what is the Bitcoin bottom, as well as we are going to give an update with our short-term trade as we have finally seen 87,000 US dollars. Well, stay tuned to know more. Do you want to learn the strategy that I use for my day-to-day trading? Then make sure to check out our Gaps Crypto 101 playlist. You can start learning how to trade in the cryptocurrency market all for free, and the link is available in the description down below. And if you want to start opening an account with any crypto trading platform, make sure to trade this guys with PHEMEX and BYBIT, as they have one of the lowest fees possible in the cryptocurrency market. And if you use our affiliate links, you can get up to 20,000 US dollars of bonuses when you are going to deposit with those trading platforms, and the links are available in the description down below. So now let's dive into this video. So hi guys, and welcome back to another Gabs cryptocurrency video where we trade by data and not by hype. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, click the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out videos like this. So yeah, today we are going to talk about the overall market structure of Bitcoin, especially that of course a lot of us has been asking why is still Bitcoin crashing despite of the good news and bullish news that we have been seeing. Is this a market manipulation or things like that? So today we are going to answer all of that, and we are going to determine when can we potentially see a market bottom here or a crash bottom. And yeah, later in this video, we're going to discuss regarding our short-term trades. But yeah, let's first discuss the current market cycle here with the Bitcoin price action. So it's been a while since we discussed this overall market structure. And if you recall, in our previous videos, we have been mentioning that number one, the main reason that we are seeing a Bitcoin market crash is because of this bearish divergence in the weekly time frame. And in this bearish divergence is actually a very crucial thing, because in the previous market cycle, we have seen the similar bearish divergence but at a much smaller scale. So since that was at a much smaller scale, the crash that we have seen in the previous market cycle has been much smaller as compared to what we have been seeing currently. But yeah, right now, this is the main thing that I wanted to discuss, since right now we are currently seeing a much bigger bearish divergence. And I believe most of you have been asking right now on why are we still seeing a Bitcoin crash despite of a lot of bullish news. Well, number one, it's basically just the market psychology. If you're going to look at the RSI has actually a very good indicator for determining the strength of a coin. So if the strength of a coin is declining, that is actually indicating that we are seeing less buyers, and right now we are now starting to see a declining buyers. So in that case, as you can see, as Bitcoin has been increasing for the past few months, or roughly for the past 2 years, we have seen those declining buyers. So of course, at some point, that is going to cause some collapse. And as you can see, this bearish divergence has actually now started playing out. And then the next question is, why are we seeing Bitcoin continuing to the downside? Why aren't we seeing a relief rally? Well, right now, of course, just like myself, I also expect some relief rally, just like what we have seen with the previous market cycle. We're in after the Bitcoin market crash, it should somewhat form a relief rally. But right now, this is what you have to consider, guys, because if you're going to look at this, you can also consider this as a rising wedge, which I believe we have mentioned this countless of times in our previous videos, or actually in the videos around the last month, since it's a long time since we discussed this rising wedge. And traditionally, a rising wedge is a bearish pattern to the downside. So in that case, I think this could definitely answer where is our potential Bitcoin bottom could be. And that is actually around the 55,000 US dollars. So right now, this is just a dubious speculation, and I don't expect that this is going to happen overnight. But if it does happen, then of course it would be good for me as well, because I have also a long-term short position open, which I opened around the 107,000 US dollars as an average entry price. But yeah, I still expect somewhat a relief rally. But if you're going to consider this rising wedge, then it would actually determine that the Bitcoin bottom of this rising wedge is more likely going to be around the 55,000 US dollars. Now, another thing to take note is there could also be some spillovers where we can say that it's going to go down even further here with the Bitcoin price action support area, because the main thing here is maybe just a brief history or brief background from the previous bull market cycle, or actually on the current latest bull market. Initially, we have been seeing, or actually most of the traders and investors in the world have been targeting a 100k Bitcoin. So once we have started reaching the 100k, that has actually started a lot of take profits with the bigger investors who bought around the 20k, 15k to 20k Bitcoin. So definitely a lot of people has targeted the 100k. And then as you can see, even if we have reached 100k, you would see that we have actually formed more spillovers around this area. So even if we hit the target, it is still possible that we can still see Bitcoin continue and make a spillover. And just like what we are currently seeing right now, if let's say Bitcoin meets this market cycle bottom, it could still form a spillover and cause more crashes here within the between the 38,000 to the $55,000 area. As of now, we can't determine the actual Bitcoin bottom because there can still be spillovers with this Bitcoin price action movement. Now, you have to take note that this is also not a bad thing. And the main reason is if we have started seeing those spillovers below this area, what could potentially happen here after those spillovers and after hitting the target is if, let's say, Bitcoin has started forming a bullish divergence after forming the Bitcoin bottom, then that could determine that we will see a reversal and start the next market cycle. And if you're going to look at the timeline or time frame just below here in the chart, if I'm going to follow just this drawing alone, you can see that it's more likely going to be around the end of 2027 or early 2028. So it's definitely going to be a long time before we start hitting a new market cycle, provided that what we are currently seeing is already a bear market. But right now, guys, as for me, as from what I have believed or what I have been following based on this chart, we are already in a bear market. And why? Number one, we are already below the 50-week moving average, which has acted as a bull market support band across the previous historical market cycles. So the historical market cycle has always been determined by the 50-week moving average on determining the bull market. And right now, you can see that we have already ended the bull market. It's now actually making a move for a long-term bear market. So just a critical thing that you have to take note. Now, the next thing that a lot of people are asking is, should you now be buying the dip or should you be catching this falling knife? Well, I don't think so, because if we are in a long-term bull market, it's going to be definitely difficult to catch a lot of falling knife around this area. And relatively, it's actually much better to do DCA when Bitcoin has started becoming oversold in the RSI charts, especially in the weekly time frame. Because as you can see, in the weekly time frame, Bitcoin is currently not yet oversold in the weekly time frame. So this is actually telling us that we can still go lower with Bitcoin, and it's more likely that we are going to reach around 70k first, or maybe 77, 75k. And then after that, that's only the time when we are going to reassess if Bitcoin is finally oversold, or are we now going to see a reversal. It still depend on the weekly time frame chart. So right now, I still believe that we can still see a lot of Bitcoin crashes within the next few weeks and next few months. It's because of this weekly time frame charts. So I guess that's the overall market structure for the Bitcoin price action. And then maybe some quick personal advice. If you are holding any altcoins, I think from what I believe, I think that you should be cutting loss right now from your altcoins, because if Bitcoin is going to crash further, I am telling you now, guys, a Bitcoin bear market is going to be very, very difficult if you are an altcoin holder, because in the previous times in history, all altcoins are getting wrecked during a Bitcoin bear market, and I've seen that in the past 3 market cycles already. So yeah, it's my personal advice. If you're holding altcoins, it's much better for you to cut loss. And if you still want to hold altcoins, it's much better to put it in much bigger market cap altcoins such as Ethereum. And if you still want to hold any crypto, of course, it's much better to put it in Bitcoin rather than altcoins. Because, of course, Bitcoin is always going to be the safe haven if ever that we are experiencing a bear market. Now that is what I am currently watching out here right now with the Bitcoin price action, the bearish divergence, the rising wedge, as well as the 50-week moving average, and then the bottom of this wedge. Those are the critical things that we have to monitor here with the overall market structure. And as you can see, we can still go even much lower. And just to add more, maybe if we are going to target a certain support area, 77,000 US dollars is going to be the first target here with the Bitcoin price action for this latest dump. With that being said, let's also discuss the short term because right now Bitcoin has actually met the 87,000 US dollars. And if you recall, guys, in our previous video, we actually mentioned that there was another bullish divergence that was forming here. And what happened here is, as you can see, despite of the bullish divergence, we saw another fake out. It's because of the hourly time frame. Let's go back to the hourly time frame stochastic RSI. In the hourly time frame of stochastic RSI, we saw a bearish cross. So that's why I told everyone on Facebook and on my Instagram channel that I will be moving my long position into a short position. And actually what happened there is my stop loss got hit, and then after forming that bearish cross in the stochastic RSI, I immediately opened a short position. So if you have been following my Instagram channel and Facebook channel, you would have followed that. And of course, we also have a group chat wherein we have been discussing a lot of our trades. And of course, a lot here, we're definitely in profits. And if you also wanted to discuss with me with anything regarding crypto, you can join our messenger group chat. It's available, guys, in the description down below. But yeah, going back, we have opened a short position and I have now targeted 87,000 US dollars. I have now took a lot of profits from this trade, and right now I only have a small amount from this trade, and I'm currently trading this with WEEX. And as you can see, initially, right, we have a 200 US dollar account with this futures trading account here with WEEX. But as you can see right now, I was able to grow this 200 US dollars into 500 US dollars right now. So definitely we are already in profits with what we have been seeing with the latest Bitcoin movement. Now, I don't expect yet to make any move with the Bitcoin price action because right now we are not yet forming any clear indicators for the short term. We're not forming any clear indicators as well in the 4-hour time frame. So right now, I will not be opening any short-term position for the time being, but I still have this remaining short position open. It's actually just a very small margin left because I've taken already 75% profit from this trade. So it's just actually 25% left, which I am now just going to leave, and then I have put a trail stop at around, let's see where's that trail stop that I've added. The trail stop is currently around the 88,600 US dollars. So yeah, right now those are the things that I'm going to do with my trade. And make sure if you want to trade this, guys, make sure to trade this, guys, with the platforms that I've been promoting to you guys, because in the upcoming weeks and upcoming months, we are going to give you a giveaway, and those giveaway is only going to be applicable if you use my sign up links in the description down below, because of course those trading platforms will determine our community growth based on those sign up links that I have provided in the description down below. So of course, make sure to use my sign up link if you also want to join our giveaways in the near future. But anyway, that's all my update for the time being. If you find this video useful and informative, please give this video a like. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye for now.